Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's 79 balmy degrees. Homemade coffee. We'll go to our yard here in North Las Vegas, drop this trailer, pick up another end, take it to Jordan, Utah, which I thought would probably be safe, but it's a college town, so I don't know. No worries. We practicing the art of self-defense. I saw, I think it was this morning or maybe it was last night. I think it might have been this morning. My memory's going, gone. Salt Lake City was having issues, you know? I mean, the riots, the MSN, mainstream media, is not going to say riots. They're going to say protests. And the reason they have, there's an agenda. They absolutely have an agenda. I think George Soros had his minions, Antifa, lying in wait, waiting for something to happen so he can unleash Antifa. Antifa's going over there, busting shit up, and then leaving, and then the protesters are getting caught up in that, and they end up getting arrested. People who started it all, Antifa, took it off. It's like they did in Charleston. They went in there and provoked it. That's what they're doing. That's why it's all over the cities. They've lost the message. And the death of George Boy. I don't know, if you're at home, you can't, don't call the police, because they're not coming. You better be practicing the art of self-defense as well. It's like they won't go to rich neighborhoods. They got the fence guards, high fences with the security guards, dogs. They're all against guns, except for the ones protecting them. I want to say rich. It's like the actors in Hollywood and Beverly Hills. They promote gun violence through their movies and then advocate for gun confiscation. Yeah, I don't think so. Second Amendment, Jack. This is America. I'm not shook they're going to do something. They'll say it in the military. They've done it before. They've done the National Guard down there. LA riots, Rodney King. You know, I don't know, there needs to be some prosecution of those guys. A bunch of them soy boys are so weak, they can't do it on their own. They have to get into mob mentality and they cover their faces. Now with the face masks, you know, it's like perfect scenario. It's a bunch of BS. We need to start taking them on. If it means war, I suppose it means war, civil war. What are you going to do about it? I don't want to see that, but I'm going to protect my rights and fight for my rights. So we'll see how West Jordan or Jordan, Utah is. You know, Utah's usually peaceful communities, but seeing Salt Lake City erupt up last night, and Jordan being a college town. But see, there's a lot of farmers out there. You know, everyone's running around with guns in their racks of their pickup truck. You know, it used to be. Nobody's offended anymore. They still have the guns though. You can bet that. Crazy world we live in nowadays. We'll just keep on trucking and you keep on riding shotgun. Take you around. I don't know, those guys are so against police. I should say that the cops should just quit responding. You know? And they want their idea or their agenda pushed, they call the police. But then in the same breath, turn around and attack them like they did in LA. My son went to the military, said he wants to be an officer. After going through his military boot camp and kicking butt in it. Super proud of him for doing that, but told me he wants to possibly be an officer, and I go, man, you don't want to do that. That was before all this stuff started happening. He's got top security clearance. I go, you should work in the private sector where you can make a six-figure salary. They don't even pay cops that much, and you risk your life every day. But it's ultimately, I told him, ultimately it's your decision. It's your life. You do what you want. Do what makes you happy. The whole purpose of life, I believe, is to live your dream. What is your dream? Live it. You can make it happen too, just by believing, but you gotta believe. Heck, I've been dreaming about a CTSV for freaking ever. Never thought I would own one. And here I am driving around in one. Of course, I don't own it yet, but I'm way ahead on my payments. Don't want to get behind. Plus, when I make payments like that, chops down on the interest rate. It goes on with principal. That's what we want to see. We want to get that principal down. I'll be a happy camper when I get my last payment. Hopefully it's cooler up there in Jordan. It is at a higher elevation. We do go up compared to like Salt Lake City area. There's old Highway 93 North, Ely, Nevada. Get on the freeway, accelerate. There you go. I had some people, and I'll stand my ground. If I can't get it over, I'm not going to slam my brakes on. I'm going to make them slam their brakes on. You get on the freeway, you match the speed. You get up there and get it. If you're close and you're trying, then I'll back up a little bit. But if I can't move over, you best either hit the throttle or the brakes. Mostly they hit the brakes. Opposite of what they should be doing. Easy to do with a car like the V. Matter of fact, I gotta be careful. If I hit it too hard, I'll be doing 100 before I get on the freeway. Just in that little stretch of the on-ramp. I got some cars coming up. I have room, but this car is off far enough. I'm going to stay my ground. Normally I would change lanes. I was talking about this the other day with a driver. Talking about we go back to the old West where everybody's carrying pieces. Everybody will think twice before pulling a gun on somebody else because and it goes down to who's the quickest. And if we have to go back to that, shouldn't have to in a civil society, but these guys are trying to destroy the U.S. from the inside out. George Soros, that guy is the biggest POS, and I can't stand him. I need to put him in jail. Yeah, it's kind of one thing I'll say about the protests is they're gonna blow the lid off of this COVID thing. You know, we're all running around in groups. We're supposed to be social distancing. They're not listening to Jack. And if it was true, they'd all get sick. Wouldn't that be cool, huh? I have no problem with them protesting. What happened to George was effed up. You know, that cops should never have done it. If he was resistant or not, I think he was resistant a little bit, but you know, you get it back under control and But no, but I did read an article that he didn't die of asphyxiation. He had underlying problems and possibly could have been intoxicated a bit. I don't know. They're supposed to do another. The family and the attorney want another examiner. They want a second opinion. So that's going to change things a bit. But I don't know. Something I read. How true is it? I don't know. I guess it'll play out in time. Lost wages. We need to open this state back up. Yeah, Antifa. What a group that is. A bunch of soy boys. Too weak on their own. They have to gang up in groups. It's exactly what they're doing. I know what that... I know. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they've taken over these protests. Lost the message of what they initially were trying to say. And just raising Cain right now. Comes a quality truck. Don't know who that was. It was a black fella. I know I've seen a lot of African Americans working for Quality now. There was none when I started, then there was one. Now there's a bunch of them. More power to them. You're working, man. I'm backing you 100%. I don't want to take this horse's head off. Get it back in there, Ed. Some of you might remember that Mr. Ed show. That's what I was referring to. Somebody roll their pickup, put it on its side. It's not a new Chevy. Yeah, they definitely jacked that thing up. It's either a 2020 or a 2019. Man, that sucked. I have a new car. But that's why my car is in storage. I do worry about it. Even when I take it out driving around, I do worry about it. But I don't while it's in storage. And a quality driver. So if there's any hail or bad weather and stuff, or truck drivers like to hit things. There's like twice a Cadillac got hit in the quality yard. And of course, the first one, it wasn't a truck driver, it was the guy that washes the trucks. He was moving things around and took off the front end of a caddy. They fix it, of course, but I'm going to go around this guy here whilst we can. A lot of trucks. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We got that done just in time. Nellis Air Force Base to the left. No jets flying today. See you at the yard. So we want trailer 34, 33, move 32. Stop. Alto. I don't think so. Looks like the Rainbow Coalition is here. All those truck colors. You gotta watch this place, man. You put your landing gear down, you got a heavy trailer, they will sink. Punch holes right through this dirt. This one's a light trailer. I don't even see one trailer over here. We got a couple of them. 3433. I'll see you right there. There's a quality truck also right there. We'll squeeze in right next to him. Yes, sir. Okie dokie. Set the Obama clock. Have you ever seen that? I'll show you. No, I'm not there yet. On duty. Inspection. Next. Okay, dokie. That is for this trailer. Dokey pokey. We need to change the shipments. We remove. This should be harbor. Add trailer 3605, remove, add 3433, add. Now we got that stuff done, we'll just pick up, do an inspection on the other trailer. We'll back it up. I think I can come in and save this thing now. It likes to ask you if you're here. Like, I should be able to arrive, go on duty, and then answer questions. But it doesn't let you do that. It wants to ask you questions while you're still on duty driving. And we can't have that because we need to save our driving time. The truck moved just in the nick of time. You gotta be careful too. You open your door and then the air dryer goes and shoots dust all over the place, and then it fills in your cab. Not cool. That's old Tommy boy. Sure is. Tom Dwyer, he's a cool cat. He's been a quality for a long time. No, I do not want in-cab navigation. What do they call that? GPS? Forget that. See you in a bit. Okay. Got it all switched around. New trailer, new load. Nice to get the light one off. That was a little too light. At only 5,000 pounds, makes it kind of rough in the wind. It's supposed to be windy up there towards Utah today, so we are 55,000, 60,000 pounds gross. We're about 25 in our load, 34, 35 in our emptiness. Comes out about 60. If I was a betting man, I'd put it at 58.5 maybe. I don't know. See you in a minute. We have to go slow in here anyway. So I'm running under my Obama clock. I don't want to fire it up. I'm going to be running out of hours here pretty soon. See how many I got left. 26 hours is what I have left. 2.5 days. And what is today? Sunday? I'm going to burn 7 going up there. And it might be okay. Tell this guy to come inside. He's waiting for me. There's plenty of room in here. I might be okay because I can recycle hours. I'll get him back on Wednesday. $2 million miles, it says on this truck. He sure doesn't know how to drive because he's sitting there waiting. That was ridiculous. He had 5 feet on each side, and he's sitting there waiting for my trailer. Between my trailer and the cars that were parked, he had 5 feet on each side, and he's sitting there waiting for me to move. So I couldn't move, so I put my nose out there a little bit. I saw traffic coming. 2 million miles. No, I think he got somebody else's truck. Well, that's what I think. Anyway, we're gonna hit the road. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you coming back no more. See you in a bit. Come over here and get something to eat, I reckon. Hey, let's go get something to eat. Like crunching snow. Grab some in and out. Drive through. No drive through. Please use the other door.
Excuse me, it needs to be a double cheese with bacon. That's in no butter. Just double cheese. Strawberry cheese. Double cheese. I think that's it.
This is social distancing now. Ridiculous, but at least we get food. Grab some food and then hit the highway. Get back to work.
Driver able to spread westly. For Arches National Park, possible and not expected on Monday. The Bryce Canyon National Park, not expected today and not expected.
That was pretty good.
For Canyon Lake National Park.
Show you how we get out of here. It's quite the cool thing to do. See in the mirror down there. Barely clear it, but we clear it. This truck behind me wanted to turn right, squeeze in between me and the curb. That's how you get crushed. Here's St. George, Utah, exit 10 off I-15. I've never seen another truck where I parked this truck. I've never seen another truck there. I probably screwed myself. Giving away one of my secret spots. See you in a bit. Okay. We just stopped here to grab a few things, clean off the suicidal insects. Weren't too bad. I would have filmed had there been a real need to film something. We're fixing to head up to Logan. Came into Salt Lake City, saw a sign that said curfew till 6 a.m. Monday morning. That'd be tomorrow morning. You know what I saw? I thought was kind of odd. Well, I didn't think anything of it at first, but then I kept seeing it. And what I kept seeing, northbound I-15, is license plates from California. For like 50 miles, I counted 37 of them. Seems like a lot. You know, if there was a concert or something, or, you know, Burning Man, and we were on that highway, I could see it. But it's just Utah, Salt Lake City. Really? No green light? Why did they call me in? They're not even gonna weigh me. They got me in the bypass lane. They could have given me a green light. I could have stayed on the freeway, kept tracking along. Oh well, at least I don't gotta go inside, yak at them. Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yeah, she's a little bit of a rough road here. So yeah, I wonder if man, this road's rough. Come on. They need to get in here, and they've already done it on this other lane. Oh, excuse me. See, they put the steel in here. That's what those 3 lines are on each side where each wheel goes. And then they bladed it with a grinder. It's all smooth. They need to definitely do it to that on-ramp there for that scale house. Yeah, I wonder if all them California plates has something to do with the demonstrations taken over by Antifa. Never know. I think they put a curfew on in Minnesota. They didn't care. What are they actually going to do? Pretty warm up here, 89 degrees. Be interesting to see what happens up here in Logan tonight. It is a college town. They're all brainwashed into idolizing China. Go the communist socialist route. Utah State University, Logan. 26 miles. Mobile repair. So I see all these political signs. It is for the election. Wouldn't that be in November? Or do they have another one? I don't know. I'm going to have to look and see. Cadillac dealership. Don't see any V's. Of course, if they had to, they'd probably be inside. It's the top of their line. The new CT6V has that black wing motor, 550 horsepower. They had to tune them down because too many people couldn't handle the 640. That's why they gave them free lessons on how to drive the car out there in Pahrump, Nevada, on a course. I was thinking about going to it, and I talked to my safety guy at Quality. We were just shooting the breeze, and he was like, "Why don't you just go to the track and learn yourself?" Like, yeah, I got an idea there. That's what I'm going to do. There's videos online of their course. I can kind of watch that and see what they're doing. Oh, really? This guy. Got a car coming up on me. What is he going so slow for? He was hauling butt earlier. We don't have anybody behind us, so that's why I did it. He's checking his instrument panel. There's something going on. He's over there shaking his head back and forth. Come on, Busy, let's go. Looks like his truck is just struggling. I hate to see that with a load on there. If you had a vehicle, I guess this hill's a little steeper than I reckon I thought it was. I think this motorcycle wants to squeeze in between us. Gotta keep my eye peeled on him. I don't want to make him move while he's making a move. I don't think I've filmed any of this area. I might have it. I don't remember. I wanted to film the back side of Logan. Like the east side. It goes down pretty steep and pretty windy. I've only been there once. It was at nighttime. Couldn't film. think that's a girl. Mantua. And there's a lake over here, and I think there's a stream, creek, river, something like that. I know there's one running right here to the right of us. Suicidals are at it again. Mantua. There's the lake. Nice to see boats out there. People using their right to enjoy the great outdoors, huh? Highway 89, 91 north. Yeah, that's the name of that lake. Couldn't think of it. That sign just told me Bear Lake. B-E-A-R. Come on, lugger. So, hill's looking pretty good right there in front of our, or behind our windshield. .83, temperature's dropped a little bit. Top of the hill. Looks like UDOT maintenance, highway maintenance. Plow truck. Cache County. We need some cash. It is beautiful up here. Beautiful. Comes our tow truck. He's making speed now. Gravity fed. And we come around the bend to Logan. Big valley. Well, I think we'll call this video good. We made our destination pretty near, a few miles away. Be there right shortly. Thanks again for riding shotgun. Hope you enjoy. Peace. See ya.